Iowa, land of cornfields, home of the Caucasus, a place known for its rolling landscapes and friendly communities, and now a state where being yourself can cost you your rights. A place where the freedom to be who you are is under threat. The Iowa legislature has voted to strip gender identity from the state's Civil Rights Act. This decision has sent shockwaves through the community. This means discrimination based on gender identity is no longer illegal. Not in housing, not in healthcare, not anywhere. The protections that once existed are now gone. This decision is a punch in the gut to transgender Iowans. It leaves them feeling abandoned and vulnerable. They are now more vulnerable than ever. The fear of discrimination looms large in their daily lives. Imagine being denied an apartment because you're transgender. The very basic need for shelter is now at risk. Or being fired from your job. Your livelihood taken away simply because of who you are. Or being refused service at a restaurant. The denial of basic services is a harsh reality. This is the reality transgender Iowans now face. A reality filled with uncertainty and fear. This isn't just about laws on paper. It's about the impact on real lives and real people. This is about real people's lives. Lives that are now more challenging and fraught with discrimination. This is about basic human dignity. The right to live without fear of prejudice. And right now, in Iowa, that dignity is under attack. The fight for equality and acceptance continues. Back in 2007, Iowa took a significant step towards equality. The state added gender identity to its Civil Rights Act, marking a historic moment. It was a beacon of hope for the LGBTQ+ community, a sign of progress, a sign that things were changing for the better and equality was within reach. But now, that progress has been erased, leaving many disheartened. The very protections that gave hope to so many have been ripped away, causing widespread concern. This reversal is a stark reminder that progress is not always linear and can be fragile. It can be easily shattered by prejudice and political maneuvering, leaving communities vulnerable. The decision to remove these protections was not made in a vacuum but part of a broader agenda. It's part of a larger attack on LGBTQ+ rights happening across the country, affecting many lives. From bathroom bills to book bans, these discriminatory actions are widespread. LGBTQ+ Americans are facing an onslaught of discrimination, and the fight for equality continues. The debate over gender identity is often framed as a clash of values, with passionate voices on both sides. Supporters of the Iowa law argue that it protects religious freedom and parental rights, emphasizing the importance of traditional values. They claim that allowing transgender individuals to use the bathroom of their choice puts women and children at risk, raising concerns about safety and privacy. But these arguments are often based on fear and misinformation, rather than factual evidence. There is no evidence to support the claim that transgender individuals pose a threat to others, and many experts have debunked these myths. In fact, studies have shown that transgender people are more likely to be the victims of violence than the perpetrators, highlighting their vulnerability. Opponents of the law, including LGBTQ+ advocacy groups and legal experts, argue that it is discriminatory and unconstitutional, violating basic human rights. They say that it sends a dangerous message that transgender people are not welcome or valued in Iowa, further marginalizing an already vulnerable community. Iowa is not alone. Across the country, lawmakers are introducing and passing bills that target transgender Americans. These bills range from restricting access to healthcare to banning transgender athletes from competing in school sports. This wave of legislation is part of a coordinated effort by anti-LGBTQ+ groups to roll back the hard-won gains of the LGBTQ+ rights movement. These groups are well-funded and well-organized, and they are using their power to marginalize and silence transgender people. The fight for LGBTQ+ equality is far from over. It is more important than ever to stand up and speak out against discrimination. We must demand that our elected officials protect the rights of all Americans regardless of their gender identity or sexual orientation.